All right, we're live. Thank you so much for joining. It looks it's working great. Awesome. We're gonna do market analysis today. It's gonna be kind of short though because I've got an appointment for the top of the hour. Well, let's go ahead and pull up some charts, eh? Doom, doom, doo, doo. Let's start off with silver here. And away we go. All right. So here we go. Silver. Let's move this over a little bit. Move that out of the way. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. It creates even more, eh? There we go. All right. It's Friday. It's a good day for a crash. But we're not going to be crashing for a while. Things are going very well, very, very well today. Lots of green numbers. So we'll be checking this out here. All right, let's move on. This is silver. We can see this long-term trend line coming down. That there is a new low. Beating out the previous low way back here. We're headed down. Now there is a little bit of a push going up above that trend line. So we can see we are inching up above it right now, but I would imagine that we are simply just recovering from this deep trace, we're retracing this deep impulse right here. So, you know, coming back up, probably finding support off of what was, finding resistance rather, off of what was support before, right there. And likely we'll be, likely we'll be heading down a little bit longer. Both silver and gold are, well, they're not as important to people now because the American dollar has been saved by Trump. So this one here, same thing. This is gold. Now below this pivot line here, we're still following this aggressive downward trend at the moment. TSX forming new highs. Thank you very much, Canadian Stock Exchange, for prolonging this. You know, the way that I look at this is that as this fictitious value is inflated continuously, it's building up a lot of energy, and I believe that that's going to make its inevitable crash a lot more significant, a lot bigger. And this again, I check in with these things because it simply gives us a thermostat. It's rather it's a thermometer, basically checking the status of where things are at right now. That's all it is. This value 25,137. It's not real. Same with the US 30. Now the US 30 though has been falling down for a few days here. Since its all-time high formed on November 11th. It's likely just doing a retracement. Might find some support here off of this line right there. Don't really know, but I do know that this is, well, what makes up this industrial index is going by the wayside. I mean, we are in full transition mode away from time-based commodities into data-backed commodities. And it's only going to be a matter of time before what this reflects looks completely, we're going to be looking at completely different charts, I think, 2-3 years from now. Crypto 30, these are the top 30 cryptocurrencies. It's been consolidating since reaching that high on November 11th, likely just getting ready for what's next here, getting ready for the next big push. I don't believe, yeah, there we go. So yeah, we are definitely off of that support. Definitely. And likely going to continue up from here. Let's go ahead and look at what's going on. Bitcoin, after that all-time high was formed on November 13th, has been consolidating as well, simply accumulating some volume as we get ready for the next big push. With that all-time high, the way that it is, I'm going to, yeah, I'm actually going to bring it up to there simply because that retracement was so weak. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that I'll actually bother with that in this instance, simply because, well, it's the bull market. This is the big moment. This is what we've been waiting for, you know, since 2009 when I first started learning about what's going on, you know, with the digital IDs and all that stuff, 2008, 2009. This day is it's perfect. It's perfect that it's happening the way that it is. I'm going to likely move away from, you know, needing to plot out what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum, especially simply because they're so they're being driven as that backbone for the rest of the crypto sphere. And really, this is more about getting your money in position for where the markets are going, and instead of like you can get lost in trading and analyzing charts, and it's almost like an attachment to ego to be really attached to you know, plot out tons of things on charts. I'm recognizing more and more as I'm doing this that, especially within this bull run, it's the technical analysis really starts to go out the window. You know, this is really much more for assets that have a lot less volatility. Now, again, it's not wrong to use them. You can. I like to use them, especially in setting targets and trade plans. But you can't always use them as, especially in this kind of market what we're in right now. And since really every time cryptos have had a major run, whether it's been a bull run or a bear run, the technical analysis just doesn't work. It's fine for setting up strategies. That's about it. Ethereum, a little bit of a pullback from its high that was formed. Looks like it's got some good support off of that level there. This is 3,030 in that area. Beautiful retracement, looking like it would have, it would definitely have, could come down to here, retest the top side of this resistance here. Like, this provided some resistance in the past, so it could very well come back to this point before taking off to the next level. But right now it's ready. If you wanted to trade this, definitely start dollar cost averaging your way down. ADA, nice big jump today. Lots of green numbers today. So ADA, yeah, I noticed ADA on my on my laptop here. Let's just, oh, where's my screen? I got my Canadian meter on my main desktop, and it's at 93 cents Canadian, 65 cents US right now. Definitely pushing for that bull run here over the next few days, likely to reach this 24 high. Yeah, I don't think, no, is there much more? No, there's not really much more between here and that all-time high. So we are testing that resistance right now as we speak. Good news, good news. XRP also up from yesterday, 12% now. We can see here that, after that impulse here, found some support there and just decided to make some new highs every day, basically. Now, it's not all-time highs, but this is very good acceleration and growth. I'm not that interested in XRP as a technology, but it's definitely good to diversify and have lots of different things in your portfolio, because you can start to move things back and forth depending on where you see more growth potential. Next to Modic, we've got that nice big retracement here, finding support off of 35 cents, it looks like. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to be worried about this one. What I've done here is that I've actually moved quite a bit of holdings over into Polygon, because I think these main chains are going to see that big growth here first, and then I'll be taking that growth and moving it over to the secondary chains. So Polygon being a main chain for video gaming, this one here, after this growth comes in, I think that it's going to, like I say, it's going to come in a lot sooner than, I shouldn't say a lot sooner. The other coins, the second layer of coins will grow shortly after, and I want to take more growth before that happens and deposit it into that second wave. So I've got, yeah, I've got a few positions in Polygon. I think I only have the one marked here, though. Yeah, I think I only have the one marked, and it might be because they're on the same level. I'll have to double check. But yeah, we're just below that entry point that I started on at the beginning of October, and you can see how beautifully it's bounced from that low level up to this high level, finding an equilibrium here off that beautiful support line. It's ready to go, ready to go. Put your money in and I'll ride the wave. Solana consolidating again, kind of like what we see with what we've seen with some of the other assets out there since the 11th, 12th. This asset has been consolidating back and forth, not forming new highs or new lows, really. Again, it's kind of the calm before the storm, so to speak. Doge, the same idea. A little bit of a breakout out of this temporary pennant here. That pennant was definitely drawn. Yeah, it was drawn yesterday, and there was a very small amount of data to show a trend, and so it was really not that great of an idea to draw that, thinking that was normal, or thinking that was the given. We can see that it's come here, finding support right at this 35 cent level. This one here, I believe, is going to do very well, especially with all the marketing that it's received over the last few years from Elon Musk, who is now is heading up the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Funny how that was the same initials as the meme coin that he pumped years ago. Isn't that interesting? TRX, a beautiful breakout and consolidating ever since. Definitely growing here very well over the last few hours, up 6% today. Injective token, this one here, I'm a lot more interested in than in some of these, like Dogecoin or Solana, simply because of their commitment to having interoperability within blockchain. We're going to see more and more of that. We are going to see more and more interoperability where, and at the same time, we're also going to see some division in the ecosystem. I think that the programming, the mentality that people have about coins, stocks, all that stuff is which one's the best, and it doesn't work that way. As we go forward into this new era, which coin is most important isn't that important. It's a conversation that is being it's being invalidated. It's being outdated by a completely different mentality of how finance works between people and how trade can occur. So yeah, it's Injective token being a front runner in this mentality, making sure that people can make these exchanges with their coins without ever knowing which coin is it going to end up as. That interoperability takes away a lot of the guesswork on what it is we have to send and where, and or that we have that kind of interoperability across borders, the less relevant our government's mandates have to be. So this whole idea, well, we can talk about that maybe privately, but this is an operation as well. We are watching an operation unfold, and so it's good to have the knowledge of that so that you can prepare yourself for what this operation is actually accomplishing, and you can profit during its execution. Again, just follow the smart money and you'll be fine. 3 protocol, after that shoot up into this pivot point here, nice beautiful retracement coming back to a major point of support. Likely we'll see the next impulse here in the next few days. Things are coming online here and accelerating quite quickly. And I think what we're noticing, although we've got these green numbers, we are noticing a great deal of consolidation with a lot of these assets over the last couple of days. Woo, social trading platform, beautiful growth over the last little while and consolidating, but still very, very positive, up 2.67%, wow, it's fluctuating, over 2% growth already today. We can see that, yeah, both my trades are now doing well, both in profit. That's wonderful. BitTensor. Let's reset the screen. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful curve coming off of this support line here at the top of this range. $492 was that bounce. Right now it's at 505.3, 504.8 rather, and yeah, we'll just be watching to see where it goes. This here, after it crosses this all-time high, that's where I expect there to be a nice big shoot upwards and then a retracement to retest that. This place right here where we are right now is 55% growth going from where we are right now just to back to the all-time high. And I believe that when a lot of these assets return to their all-time high price points, I think that that's where we're going to see things really take off. And I also believe that that will occur around the same time that Bitcoin hits 100,000. So I think that, once we see that psychological level, things are going to go crazy. People are going to go nuts. And that's when we'll see the influx. Desync. Desync is, it's showing great strength here. The fact that we were able to make a high, this high, over and above a lot of this resistance that has been experienced over several months. That resistance has been solidly overtaken by the bulls, and we're seeing right now this impulse, this retracement, find some support. Looks like it'll, around 26 cents. Might come down to 23, but definitely it's time to buy, and dollar cost average as it goes down. Dips are for buying, and we can see that that dip has started. 0 by 0. I know I'm going through this super fast, more than usual, and it's only because I want to make sure that we have time to chat afterwards a little bit more. So 0 by 0, yeah, still coming downwards from the position that we had yesterday. So it's actually down 7% today. And not to be discouraged though, because as we can see, it is quickly approaching this area of support. And I think that we're going to see it bounce off of that and move its way up. 0 by 0 will likely be one of the first ones out of the gate, along with Desync. Again, I say first ones out of the gate, first altcoins out of the gate. 0 by 0 and Desync are both highly influential in the AI and web storage industries, and so combining the two of them actually is quite nice, because now you've got AI and then you've got the tools that support AI. Similar to the analogy that I like to use about the gold rush. It's not the people that were mining the gold that made the most money. The most economic activity that occurred was actually in the tools that were used to mine the gold. And so the same kind of thing is happening right now with a lot of these assets. We're seeing infrastructure and tools being built for this support. So ARK, very, very strong movements here over the last little while. Now this one, though, it does have a smaller price point, like 4 cents, 6 cents, whereas 0 by 0 is up in the 13-cent range. And so when we see these types of movements, it's increasing by larger percentages. And so this over the last few days, in fact, we've seen great growth. If we go back to let's say just click away so I can get a ruler. So here's where that beautiful, beautiful recapture of that level occurred. And so between here, this was just before election. Yeah, here's, oh no, here's election. Here's when the election, yeah, this is when the election results came in. So it went from that price up 261% in the last 9 days. 261% in the last 9 days. That's very good. This 22% increase that we've seen over today, this will likely continue. We should see a retracement. I would like to see a retracement, actually, because whenever I see a larger retracement, I feel a lot more confident in the next impulse. And so right now, it'd be wonderful to maybe test this line again. This was 4.6 cents, and in the past, that has provided some resistance as well. Let me just double check. Yeah, here's your 4.6. Yeah, it'd be wonderful. Wonderful if it even were to come back to this level here. Just as a nice deep retracement to take us up to the next, to the next, well, to that all-time high. It'd be great. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You can see, like, you're literally watching right now. You are seeing the charts at the very base of an AI bubble. There will be the amount of money that people are going to be making in this is going to be staggering. People who watch this occur and not take action are going to be traumatized. Link AI. Oh yeah. Link AI. I'm not going, oh yeah, to Link, don't worry. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at how predictable this was. Anyways, Link AI, definitely ready to go. It's you can see here this this push, this bullish movement there, that has almost, yeah, it's almost come up above this resistance, but it's not really technically up there yet, is it? Definitely breaking out from that trend that we had, no question about that. It's definitely on its way up. Right now at 15 cents to come back to its all-time high at 30, what is that? No, it's almost 30 cents. You know, definitely almost double, right? 89, 87% from here to the all-time high. And then beyond that, anything under $1, as the saying goes right now, especially within these smaller projects in AI, anything under $1 is a bargain. 01 Labs, beautiful retracement coming back down and retesting this line here at 46 cents. All-time high being 76 cents. This is definitely a good time to start buying. We may see, because again, this is an altcoin, so we still may see another dip down. It wouldn't even be bad to see it come down to here, because that has provided some support in the past and also a little bit more resistance. You see this point here, that level only provided resistance once, right? So again, I might be getting a little bit caught up in the technical analysis, but please forgive me. That's just the world that I came from 2017 doing Forex. But this year is great. Finding 3 points of support is awesome. This would definitely be a good time to start dollar cost averaging, buying as it goes down. If it starts to go up, and this chart here is really more so an example, an object lesson, if you will. This having 3 points like that, testing that level, that's very encouraging. Very encouraging. For where we are right now, dollar cost averaging is the most you'll see the most beautiful returns in this type of formation, because it will likely come down and test even further down than these three. Okay, when that occurs, that is a major point of accumulation, and we usually see volume just peak whenever that kind of price action occurs, where it goes down below something like this triple bottom. This one actually already did kind of go down lower than these two, but it's not lower, like it's not a lower pivot point. It would be amazing to see it come down a little bit further down to 41 cents. Again, just from a technical standpoint. PAL, this one here is really cool. I heard about it early on earlier in October, and it wasn't until the beginning of November where I was waiting for my opportunity. And so here we have, here's the beginning of November, and I was looking at it like more toward in this area, and then as it came into here, I was like, okay, so I'm ready now. Is this ready? We don't know, because this was a lower low and this was a higher high. And so whenever that happens in technical analysis, you want to wait, because you don't know which direction it's going to go. When there's a lower low and a higher high, we are expanding that trend, and so we don't really know which direction it's going to head. So when I saw this movement here and created a new high, I was like, okay, now I'm ready to watch for the retracement. And the universe must have heard me or something like that, because after hitting that point, dipped back a little bit. I still waited, and then it was up in here, and I was just like, I gotta get this thing. Like, especially if this thing starts taking off, I gotta get it. But I'm glad I waited, because it was literally all within a period of maybe half an hour. We did a market analysis in the morning, and then this dropped 60-some%. And I managed to buy at this level here, 12.8 cents. And of course, ever since then, there's been a dip even further. The low price was 8 cents. Beautiful retracement. Oh my gosh. And we know because that was a major point in the past. You can see this is that same level that this came down to, or right there. So very good position that I have right there. This retracement is exactly the type of thing that you want to be waiting for. The dips are for buying. So I was glad I did this, seeing that we had a lower low here, higher high here. I was like, wait, new high. And I was like, now I'm waiting for the retracement. And sure enough, I got exactly what I ordered, grabbed a great position, waiting for the rest to go. Now this particular asset, I don't even remember what the all-time high was. Let's just go to the weekly, see if I can see it. Yeah, all-time high was this one right here at 86 cents. So between where we are right now and 86 cents, that's healthy, Just measure it out, see what it says. That's 440%. That's a great return. And if you can get some leverage behind that one, yeah, you'll even make more money than me. But Canada doesn't have very many brokers that allow you to trade leveraged funds. Okay, so far, yeah, this one here is gaming coin. It's been consolidating since this little jump up here back on election day. No problem. This is great. I fully expect this to continue this type of pattern for a while until that AI, the AI bubble is going to hit us first, and then comes the gaming bubble after that. Simultaneously, they'll be part of the same. They'll be both experiencing this in tandem. But AI coins are definitely going to be giving us the returns first as the money pours in. Gala, another great coin, down at 2.5 cents right now. Got a position, just after election on November 6th. So I've been seeing some great growth on that ever since. And you can see where this beautiful retracement occurred, and then forming this new high. Now this is technically a lower low from here and a higher high from here. But overall, we can see what that channel looked like, right? And so we take into account that channel's formation, and this dip down would be the equivalent of what I was talking about. I think it was in Link. Maybe it was ARK. I don't remember. Well, yeah, 0 by 0 did it. I can't remember which one I was talking about, that I was like, it would be nice to see it come down further and retest a lower level. It was that one with the triple bottoms. Is that PAL? No. There, the triple bottom one. So this triple bottom one, it would be, like I was saying, it'd be nice for it to come down to this level, because that gives us that indication that we are accumulating volume at that lower price. So with Gala, we can see how the trend line was that support. And then here was where that big dip was. And that's when I was like, okay, time to get in. And I just didn't have the liquidity moved over into an Ethereum wallet fast enough to catch it down here. But I mean, I still got it here, like right there, right after it crossed that trend line once again. So this dip down, I'm not going to get too much into how that works and what that means from a technical analysis standpoint. This is simply an opportunity that a lot of people who are very optimistic about this, the people that are the smart money, they're basically looking for this. When it happens, they take it. They don't mess around. And so that's when you want to grab it. Whenever you see these retracements coming down and retesting new levels, especially in these bull runs, that's where most of your money is made. So I came in, about back halfway back up this retracement. So I'm good with that. And the reason why is because if we zoom out to the weekly chart, we can see just how much room we've got to go before we get back to the all-time high, which is expected to be hit by the end of the year. So between where we are right now and the end, and that all-time high is a 3,300%. My position's a little bit lower than that, but what we're seeing here is just nothing but encouraging, because this low here hasn't been beat. Oh, let me move over. That low there has not been beat. This high here is definitely beating out this high here, and so this retracement between here and here, this retracement is so healthy that when this starts to take off, there will be very little resistance going past this point again. Likely we'll see it shoot up, maybe have one more resistance point here before reaching the all-time high, but that's going to be the starting point. Remember, a lot of these, once they reach $1, that's where their lives begin, so to speak. So we're going to be seeing this money come in, especially as the marketing campaigns of these AI coins, once they start running, that's when the gaming coins are going to double up their marketing to make sure that they're there to catch the next layer of people looking for more diversification. So yeah, and well, they're doing a great job. That's why we're following all these coins, because they're doing a great job of marketing. IMX, this one here is at $1.20 at the moment. Yeah, this is another great position. As we can see, this deep retracement here was beautiful. Now we may still see a little bit more chop. Again, with these gaming coins, it can get that way, especially because of A, it's volatile, B, AI is going to be driving a lot of these projects. So we kind of need to see that money in AI grow so that these companies can really take advantage of that time and have AI working on, as they're working on it now, but having AI do a lot of the programming for them. That's really what's going on here. The people playing the games, they're not going to, they might not even know that AI is doing its job at that time. But it's not about AI writing the code for the gaming environment. That's not what AI is going to be doing for them. What AI is doing for them is actually generating the environment live before the avatar. So the avatar moves around the environment, and AI is generating the graphics of that environment in real time. So the user might not even realize he's playing a game that's being generated by AI. It's the development teams that are going to be really accelerating their production, because they're not going to be spending 80% of their budget on the labor to develop the programming for that environment to be displayed when the character gets to that point in the matrix. So having AI generate the environment as the character moves through the environment, that's going to change entertainment forever, first of all. And I'm not saying it's a good thing or bad thing. It's just what's going to happen. This is just the direction things are going. If you heard me rant a bit last night, I was saying, if you wanted to stop this digital revolution, you probably shouldn't have bought computers in the 90s and put them in their houses and connected them to the internet. I mean, you basically took printing presses and got them all networked together, and now you don't even have to print anything. You just send it from one printing press to another printing press in a flash. Of course, the natural progression of such an innovation is going to lead into having machines do our work. So it's just the way it is, and that's where the opportunities are going right now. And my objective with the market analyses is to help people position their wealth to grow, because the fiat currencies are never going to go up in value again. They're not supposed to go up in value. So don't expect them to go up in value. Don't expect them to be a storehouse of value at all. You can't be relying on it, especially going into this whole thing. I mean, I honestly think the reason why Trump was given the election was because he would be the best one to usher people into this new era, into the CBDCs and so on and so forth. It's going to be called something else, I'm sure, but I'm quite confident that's what he's here to do. And all I want to do is help you identify the opportunities, profit from them, and exit and leave the industry. Take that money and go do something more important with it. Because with this bubble, people are going to be seeing 50 times, 100 times their wealth is going to increase by a factor of 100, 200x even in some cases, especially for the more aggressive traders that are using leverage trading. It's going to be easy for them to do it. Easy. In fact, for a lot of people that don't have a lot of knowledge or a lot of time to look at the charts, if all they do is just buy the top 10 coins right now on CoinMarketCap, they just go and buy the top 10 coins, they'll do great. They literally could be dumb and make tons of money in this bubble. But they're going to lose it on the other side because they're not going to know when to exit. And the majority of people are going to lose. There's going to be a very small percentage of people that are going to win. That's how this works. That's how these markets work. It's a zero-sum game. My intention is to help you identify these opportunities, make as much money as you possibly can on the upside of this bubble, and exit before that bubble reaches its peak. Because when that bubble reaches its peak and it starts to decline on the other side, you won't be able to get your money out. It will be like a bank run, and the positions won't be able to close. We're going to see terrible things happen. I think that they're going to coincide a cyber attack along with the pop of the AI bubble. And so we don't want to be there for that. Let everybody else suffer through that, and we'll just go ahead and take the veritable wealth that we create over the next 4 to 6 months and do something important with that money, like buy some precious metals. For myself, I'll be actually minting a lot of precious metals. Because that's good. That's how you prepare for times like these. Throughout history, patterns of wealth have been very easy to identify for people who take the patience and time to understand how these wealth cycles work. And that's what we're here for. I kind of spent a long time on IMX, didn't I? Sundog, meme coins now. So Sundog has made a great recovery from this low at 9 cents, now at 23 cents. So that's more than doubled since the election. More than doubled since the election. I got position way over here, so it's doesn't really apply. I mean, it would have been great if I would have been patient and waited down here, but again, it's just a meme coin. I didn't put much into this. Bonk, same idea. However, it's experienced significant, yeah, it's experienced significant growth here as well. Still within, no, what is this? Probably 30%? Yeah, 60%. Oh yeah, that's right. That would make sense. So yeah, up 60, 70% since, what is that? Oh no, that was only just, that wasn't even the election. Here's the election. Yeah. So since the election, up definitely. This is Bonk. This is just another meme coin, but up 70%. We're going to see this kind of volatility happen lots. And, you know, it's pushing for that all-time high. Once it gets above that, and especially, again, like I say, these coins don't have any real utilitarian use. They're just there as a, here, join our community, buy the coin. That's basically all it is. But there is something that's interesting. Yesterday, I think I mentioned it, but Peanut, the squirrel, actually made, was a 400 some thousand% since the election. And yeah, I remember thinking as soon as Peanut the squirrel was assassinated, I was like, oh my goodness, he's going to get more attention than than Trump with his 2 attempted assassinations. And sure enough, he did, because the Trump coin actually went down after the election, and that one did go up. Non-playable coin. Back to the market analysis. Non-playable coin, all-time high. I do need to get going here right away. And yeah, we're going to see where this goes next. I mean, who knows? You know, there's people are saying how this is going to be $1, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I would not be surprised if it gets to $1. Given that I was able to find 2 positions, one at 1.6 cents and another one at 1.4 cents. Whatever this one does is just gravy. And again, it's just a meme coin, so I don't have a whole lot in here. I think maybe $200. But I mean, it's doing very well. And these are the types of things that are good to kind of play around in. You know, don't spend too much money. Just get your feet wet, and you'll see some growth from these assets. It's crazy how it is that memes are doing this. I don't know if Peanut is on here or not. Yeah, sure enough, Peanut is listed here. So we're going to go into the 15-minute chart here so we can see exactly how this played out. So here is where it started, and it started at, oh, it says it opened at 10 cents. Something's not right here. I don't know. I don't know what math I was looking at. This is only up 1,400%. But there's a chart that I was analyzing yesterday. It was showing that, you know, it started off at several zeros before there were digits, and then when I measured that all-time high, it was like 400 some thousand%. I'll see if I can find that chart again, maybe take a snapshot. But this concludes market analysis. I know it's a little bit cut short here. I do have an appointment to go to, and then I've got a road trip, so I've got to cut things short here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be doing market analysis tomorrow morning at 7:15, so I look forward to seeing you there.